Sometimes my father would sit back with his coffee, lower his voice, and tell stories about Margaret, about how she came down from the cemetery to haunt our house. I'd sit there beside my mother, my stomach jittery, my breath foul from stress, afraid to look behind me, knowing that in another hour I'd be in bed, in the dark. Even with my hair-twirling pretty sister sleeping 5 feet across the room, I went to sleep with the covers pulled tight over my head, thinking anything exposed was fair game for ghosts and monsters. Then one night, a moan cut through the inky octopus dark. "What was that?" I screeched from beneath my blankets. I heard the bang of my hair-twirling pretty sister's bed frame hitting the floor, followed by a wail of terror that I can only liken to a rabbit's scream. Always aware that any moment could be the apocalypse, I threw the covers off my head and sat up shouting for the real person who could save me. "Mama! Mama!" In the shadowy dark, I watched my sister's mattress and box spring begin to rise off the metal frame. My mother thumped up the stairs and burst in, ready to assess damage and assign blame. "What's going on now? There's no reason to make such noise. You girls know better than that." That's when my father crawled out from under the bed, laughing. He stood between our beds. My mother stared at him, silent, her eyes speaking volumes. My hair-twirling pretty sister sat in the middle of her bed, hugging her trembling body with her arms, her hair wild, her beautiful brown eyes large and confused. I sat parallel to her in my own bed, my nervous system in sync with hers as we determined what had terrified us in the dark. "Stop trying to scare the girls!" my mother shouted. "You want them to wet their beds?" "They know I'm only joking around," my father defended himself as he walked out of our bedroom. I heard him say in the hallway before he descended the stairs, "They like to be scared. They're always watching that damned Scooby-Doo."